Hey, it's James. I'm just jumping in here really quickly to give you a heads up that this is an abnormally long episode. It clocks in at just under 2 hours, which makes it our longest to date. Don't worry though, it's not something we intend to make a habit out of. This session just went a little long the way a good Pathfinder session can sometimes. Our other episodes, they're much closer to that hour and 15, hour and a half format that you've hopefully come to enjoy as much as we have. So maybe break this one up, listen to it over a couple commutes, or do some extra errands. Regardless, I'm going to keep this intro short since we keep this episode long. Thanks so much, and enjoy the show.
Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
So I'm looking here at this gnome, Tristel Liendi, and I'm realizing that one of my glaring weaknesses as a GM is I'm horrible at coming up with names on the spot for characters, which is one of the things I'm really glad about in Paizo Adventures because they are really super detailed and having like so much information on NPCs. And if I'm really prepared, they even have like suggested names for different ancestries or regions prepared in advance. But this did leave me wondering something. I didn't have to do this in this adventure, but for all four of you, how do you come up with your characters' names, or how do you come up with fantasy or sci-fi genre names? Because for me, I have a trick that I want to talk about, but I want to kind of check in with the group. How do you come up with names, or how did you come up with these characters' names?
I think names are funny because I think some people are they're very picky about their character names, and some people are like, my guy's named Blue Stallion. And they're just like, yep, that's his name. I'm like very picky about my character names, and I'll think about them for a long time. I don't really have a system. Sometimes I'll like use Google and like look at like different thematic baby names or whatever, you know, because that's like the only place that lists names. I don't know exactly. I tend to have like nicknames for characters, or like, you know, my character's last name is Fox, but he just goes by Fox, stuff like that.
So where did you come up with Fox's name?
I don't remember, to be honest. I think I was just searching around for names. I think I like certain like if you have like 2 syllables in your first name, you have to can't have like a 2-syllable last name. It just has to flow well. I don't remember if there was like a specific inspiration though.
I will say for Watson, I created this storm druid, and my first thought was, in working with Jane on her character, she was creating an investigator. I was kind of maybe looking toward a sidekick. Obviously, Watson is a sidekick.
To who? Just kidding.
Yeah. But also, I gave him 2 T's because he is a storm druid. Lightning, he uses a lot. Watson. But also in dwarvish names, like Sen or Son literally means like son of. So that you kind of worked together. Himmel is heaven or sky in German.
Yeah.
And gale is like winds, which he uses a lot of lightning and wind based spells. So Watson Himmelgale was his kind of how I formed his name.
That's a lot of thought in a name.
Yeah, it's probably the most I've ever put into one. Yeah.
I literally just steal names from whatever book I'm reading at the time.
That's a good one.
And so when we started doing this adventure, I was reading Count of Monte Cristo. And it also sort of thematically fit because I feel like we've talked a lot about how this adventure has a little bit of like a post-revolution France vibe. Count of Monte Cristo is set quite a while later after that. But yeah, there's a character in Count of Monte Cristo named Valentine, which I just thought was a cool name. And then the last name, so basically so her name is Valentine de Castel. The D apostrophe is kind of a reference to the guy who was also another Alexandre Dumas character who inspired D'Artagnan, was apparently a real person. And he had kind of like, so I was like, oh, that naming convention is cool. And like you said, kind of like the way it all sounded, like sounded good to me. And then, but her real name here's a little peek behind the curtain.
Ooh.
Her real name is Valentine de Monte, which is the name of her mentor and patron, which means mantis in French.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I have a more complicated way of doing it. It's not unlike yours, Trent. For this one, I'll say, because it was a vampire type character, I used like online generators and then tweaked things. I also like to do nicknames.
Yeah.
So like Dominius was Dom, Jugrid is Jug. I would accept a Dro for Drosharis. But I normally come up with a couple of words like, I had one character that his name was Black Dog in English, but if you like put it in German or whatever, Russian or some other language that I used, it changed the name a little bit or changed the word to make it sound cooler. And then I eventually like worked that into his name. And so I typically think of a couple words that come to mind with my character and then find other languages that have cool versions of that word and then make those the name.
So like to that end of like adding things together, it just reminded me that I meant to say last time when we were talking about our favorite characters we've ever created. I think I forgot to mention, but my favorite character that I ever was in my Starfinder game, and her name was Ilaria Riker. And obviously Riker, because I was watching Next Gen at the time. Again, just stealing names from things that I watch and read. But then Ilaria was the same way. It meant protector of the stars.
Nice.
Did she always step over chairs before she sat in them?
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm the same as Jane. I just whole cloth steal stuff from whatever I'm watching or reading. And so I think I've played Delta Green with a couple of you, and my character's last name in that is literally the name of the guy who owns the fishing boat in Jaws. Quint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, he's on a wild hunt something that'll probably kill him.
Yeah.
And so like, thank God, once again, I've got names for NPCs here, or I would just be pulling stuff out of whatever I'm reading. There's always a part of me that wonders as I'm like playing a game if my players can tell what book I'm reading or show I'm watching,
Yes.
because the names will just be straight out of it. But you say yes. What was one that you can remember?
I can't remember what we were playing, but it was something that was not at all thematically appropriate for this name, because I think it must have been like D&D. It was when we were playing our D&D game and we were in like the jungle in this like medieval fantasy setting, and we're like talking to this goblin and we're like, what's your name? And James and I were watching the show Sex Education at the time, and he was like, my name is Otis. And I was like, that's what? Like, like you just took this off of the show we're watching and it doesn't even work.
I don't know. Otis is a good name for a goblin.
Otis the goblin.
Otis.
I think that was probably one of the more obvious rips. Or
You can talk about my favorite character that you've ever helped me come up with was when I did the Urban Ranger, I said, I want to have a fence in the city, but I specifically want them to be the worst fence that has ever existed. And you gave him the name of Slippery Pete.
because I think recently Amazon had just come out with like Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete.
And so to be fair, that whole character was just whole cloth stolen. The name was Sneaky Pete, was Slippery Pete instead of Sneaky Pete. And every single one of his mannerisms was Bobby Moynihan on SNL as the secondhand news correspondent.
Yeah.
But I would just like look over his shoulder. You hear about this thing? And then he'd just like get some version of the news slightly wrong, which ended up making for a great NPC.
Oh, it's a great character.
And then like, I forget how it started, but eventually throughout the line, it became a running bit that like at the beginning of every interaction, he'd always ask like, hey, I got a guy who's interested in buying, like, can you heard, I'm trying to get like mason jars. Do you get any mason jars for sale? I need like 400 mason jars.
He'd be like, I need 7 3-legged cats. You know where I can find those?
And then it just kind of became a whole thing where I was like, you about the stuff going on up at the castle? My cousin's mother's next door neighbor, right? She's a cleaner up at the castle. And I hear that the queen is trying to disappear. And you're like, no, she killed someone. I think she disappeared. And like, I just go as hard as I could into that. Like, I don't know, just kind of like this.
I don't know, guys. We were literally there. We saw that.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure she decatified them. You mean decapitated? I'm pretty sure she took the cat away.
my other favorite NPC that you did, and I might have even already talked about this on this podcast, I don't even remember, but it's just legendary in my mind is when James was attacking us with an ogre. And he named him John T. Ogerman Notary Public. Because we were like, we want to know more about this ogre. Like, what does he do for a living? Like, who is he? And he was like, his name is John T. Ogerman. He's a notary.
Like it.
I forgot about
documents you have, you need to get out.
Yeah.
I think you were trying to say like, yeah, I want to say he's a lawyer, but like that's too much for an ogre. And we were like, well, what about a notary?
Yeah.
Like that seems like something.
And to be fair,
John
I
T.
fully
Ogerman.
believe that ogres can be whatever they set their minds to.
Absolutely.
But this particular ogre and where he was at in his life just hadn't quite made it to above the bar. He hadn't really crossed across that bar.
My next character will be a lawyer ogre.
I object.
We talked about favorite characters, but I totally forgot about one that I'm currently playing, Marty Bowman.
Yeah, bad boy.
And Bad Boy Marty Bowman is
in Delta
probably
Green.
one of my favorite characters I've ever played. But also, the Koblievs, me and Ryan's cyberpunk characters were quite fun.
Yeah, shout out here to other game systems we're not currently playing but might explore in future seasons. I met a lot of these folks. We got together online during COVID to play some Cyberpunk Red when that came out. And then we ended up morphing that same group into a Delta Green game with different characters, obviously.
With different characters.
But that was a lot of fun. But it might be time for all of you to consider different characters depending on how this fight goes.
That one was pretty good.
Oh, no.
Thank you. So I think at the end of the last episode, I promised that I would show you all this. Let me give you the description again of this hulking creature that has hundreds of bloodshot eyes peeking out from under fleshy layers of skin, busting through the door. So let me show you this illustration here.
Oh, God.
It's more red than I thought.
Who wants to take a shot at describing this one for our listening audience?
If there was a robe made of fleshy eyeball skin on a person.
I'm
Kind of.
not going to lie. There's definitely some dick imagery going on here.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say it, but
Because the eye is typically in like films, the vaginal imagery.
I was going to say it looks like some sort of anatomy.
It looks like a scrotum.
It does.
All right.
With a bunch of eyes. With a bunch of vagina eyes.
Well, we're really just
My worst nightmare.
Really painting the picture here for the listeners.
yeah, that's a picture no one wants to see.
I hope you enjoy our podcast, Mom.
If she's still
I'm
listening.
so sorry.
We said vagina and scrotum. Those are technical terms.
Yeah.
Is technical the right word? Is that like medical?
Scientific terms, yeah.
Technically, it's a scrotum.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
think technical is the right. Just kind of overarches like it's where it's supposed to be. Technically.
Well, speaking of putting things where they're supposed to be, double segue. Let's roll some initiative so I can get you in the right order.
Okay.
So let's talk through that a little bit. Drosharis, the way you set up at the end of last fight, looking back at my notes from our last game, you had sort of prepared yourself to be ready, and as such, I'm going to call that scouting for the whole group, so everyone will get a +1 on their initiative.
I also get a +2 for Battlefield Surveyor.
Yes, and then Fox, if it's more appropriate, you are totally set up to take a stealth roll as initiative if you'd prefer that to perception.
Sure.
Because you did say you were kind of hiding around the corner, so
Yeah.
that feels contextually right. So everyone go ahead, get those initiatives rolled with a +1. And once you have it, kind of stick your hand up so I can call on you and know that we'll all be ready.
A +1 for what I was doing?
Yep, everyone
Okay.
gets a +1 because basically you were calling it, and even your communication with Fox, so he's sort of setting the room up. All right, we'll do some clockwork stuff here. Let's start with Jason as Drosharis, or Dro. What's that initiative?
41.
41, that's good.
I feel like Dro is like your rapper alter ego, your side hustle.
Yeah, that's my name when we're in Soul Mama's dispensary. It's Dro.
Dro on the mic.
All right, Jared, what's Fox got for initiative?
29.
Okay. What about Watson?
How about 45?
Nice.
Oh,
Damn. All
Yeah.
right. Valentine, what do
I
you
thought
rocking?
I was a
people.
badass with a 41. Well, I heard from Watson.
Yeah.
Drosharis, what were you rocking? 41 as well?
41.
Okay, what's your bonus?
My bonus with those pluses or
Yeah.
straight up
Bonus with your pluses.
27?
25.
All right, so I'm going to put Valentine first. So, Watson, here is the dealioski. You're all standing back in that room. Fox steps away from the door and into the corner. and the door splinters open as this size-large creature, this hulking, eye-robed thing, opens the door. And as a matter of fact, as the door opens, you see that there are several eyes that have disconnected from its body and sort of moving ahead of it, flying around it, hovering into the
What?
room.
No.
I don't like that at all.
No.
Can we talk about how cool aberrations are, especially for someone who likes to describe the most disgusting thing in a game possible?
Okay. I think we're... all right, I want to spend an action to attempt to gauge what this thing is.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be a check. And specifically, I think this is going to be an occultism check.
I am not trained in occultism.
So do you want to retcon that? I'll allow you to sort of know what kind of check it would be before you commit the action. I'm
Okay.
kind.
Yeah, so I'll spend an action giving Fox guidance.
Okay.
Assuming this is already going to turn into a fight, I will spend 2 actions casting Chain Lightning.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So talk me through chain lightning, because for those of you who can't see this, actually, no, your perception. What's your perception bonus? I think I know this off the top of my head, but I'm
Mine is
curious.
25.
25. Okay, so you aren't aware of any other creatures. You just see the big thing in the door. That's it.
Do I think that these eyes would count as other creatures? Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. So, yes, the floating eyes would be targetable by the secondary parts of chain
Okay,
lightning.
yeah, that was his intent anyway.
For those of you who are listening, that little conversation is because I, as the GM, have already placed a couple other miniatures on the map that the players' characters can't see, but us sitting around the table totally can.
So Chain Lightning is a 6th level spell.
Okay.
Targets 1 creature plus any additional creatures after the initial hit.
Are you just casting it at its original level, not heightening it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's at 6th level. Let's see.
And that'll be a DC, right?
It is a basic reflex save of DC 37.
Okay. 37?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens here. That's a pretty good roll, I'm going to be honest. Okay, so with that very good roll, that's going to come out to 39.
Okay. It still takes half damage.
Okay, and let me roll for... How many probes did I say there were?
It arcs to every creature within 30 feet and then 30 feet of that target and so on.
How many times can it jump? Because there are 6 of these eyes floating around it.
The chain ends if any one of the targets critically succeeds at its save.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get some of those rolls going. So, let me just...
That's a lot of die you're rolling over there.
That's a lot going on over there.
Okay, I know what's going on.
Okay, this is 8d12, and you'll be taking half
Yes,
or some of them or all of them.
they'll all be half. No one critically succeeded, but they all succeeded.
Full damage is 37.
Okay. So have that for me, please, because I don't want to do math.
18.
So the main bit of lightning, does this like come out of a staff from your hand, just for my own vision?
Well, let's see. Chain lightning is somatic and verbal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, from his hand.
Okay.
Why do I feel like that information was bad to give to him?
All right. So Trent, that was how much damage?
It was 37 total, so it'd be 18.
All right. So 18 points of damage. This lightning arcs, you said it was from your hand?
Yes.
So it comes out, arcs from your hand, hits this fleshy giant creature. And as it does, the lightning jumps to each of the 6 floating eyes and it hits each one and they explode. Just like, horror movie-esque gore exploding out of these eyes. You can see they sort of glow from the center and they start splitting as the lightning hits and they just rupture.
Disgusting.
Eyeballs are nasty.
And this creature just kind of looks at you. Its large, singular central eye underneath sort of these hoods of flesh folding down just sort of tracks over at you, the veins pulsing in it.
I'm sorry.
So those first 2 actions, you got 1 action left. What are you going to do?
Oh, no. I used the first action to cast guidance on Fox.
That's right. I wasn't paying attention. Well, now it's its turn. So I think it's just going to stride all the way up. Let me check that thing's speed. Yeah, that can go 25 feet towards you, Trent. And I think it's going to provoke an AO. Oh, actually, no, it just needs to go. Can you stop it 5 feet earlier? It's got some nice reach to it. But that will provoke an AOO from Fox, who also has guidance. Which, are you going to go ahead and use that?
Sure.
+1 on that attack as it strides
Why
past.
not? All right, that's good. That's 46.
Oh, that's going to be a hit. And let's see. We'll check this against your... So, no, it was aware of you. Your stealth was not good enough because your initiative was pretty low with your stealth roll, right?
I would imagine a creature made of eyes has pretty good perception.
It might. So it strides through and you hit it, but you don't crit.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me that damage.
26.
All right.
Piercing damage. And I'd get additional damage if it was undead. But
It is
it
not
doesn't appear to be
oh.
undead.
You hit it and you don't know what damage it does or doesn't do.
All right.
So, but you slice into it as it steps through. It kind of feels that and it's going to throw a hit just with its hand. Its arm sort of stretches and you like all those hanging folds of flesh on its arms kind of slowly grow taut as it stretches out almost like an accordion to just slam into you, Trent. All right, let's go ahead and roll this attack. V. Watson with a fist. All right, I don't love that, but that is going to have to do, that'll be a 36 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh shit, so imagine it, bam, slams into the wall kind of above your head, and it's then going to whip around and throw a hand at Fox now as well. This will be its second attack. That's not going to be great, so that'll take that down. Math in my head. So it's going to be 31 to hit Fox.
That is a miss.
And the fist just slams. Imagine like maps and bits of paper are flying where these fists are slamming out left to right. Valentine, your turn.
Okay. That means I have to do stuff, huh?
Yeah, on deck is Dro, and then a couple of other creatures that you as characters haven't seen.
Let's see, how far away is this guy?
What was that?
How far away is this guy?
I believe that's within 30.
30 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So Val is going to devise a stratagem against this guy
Okay.
and kind of make him her focus. And then with part of that is she gets a free action to recall knowledge on this creature.
Do you have that as an ability?
I do. It's called Expeditious Inspection.
Also, out of curiosity, are you using your gunslinger thing that allows you to draw both your weapons and take a
Yes.
move action for free?
Yes, indeed.
Do you want to move it all
doing that.
first?
I
just remembered you mentioning like your
Yeah, I'm going to
last
come
episode.
out around in front of the desk so I have a clearer shot to this thing.
Okay.
And yes, well, I think she already said in the last one that she ended on drawing her weapons out.
Yeah, which I think you cited this ability in the last episode, which is why I had a note to remember that you explicitly declared using this at the beginning of combat.
Yeah, so when I devise a stratagem, I can, as a free action, recall knowledge on that subject. So
Okay, so it's going to be no, that's a secret roll. What's your occult bonus?
plus 23.
Plus 23. Okay. Oh, I gotta check that. What's a? Oh shit! Is that the number I think it is?
Nope, it's a 2.
Oh, well, in that case, you're screwed. Look, a part of this number got scratched off, and I can't tell if it's this number or a very similar different number.
I meant 220.
220.
That is how it's commonly said.
You don't say it,
No, they're
220?
saying boo earns.
Okay, so let's check this out. Gotta do some numbers off the top of my head. Do that plus that. What's your bonus again, Jane?
Plus 23. To occultism?
Only plus 23?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do not know what this thing is.
Really?
Just double check. Yeah, that sounds wrong, right?
It does. That just doesn't seem like what should happen right now.
Oh, plus 23. Yeah, you know what this thing is. Look, I may have just added 13 instead of 23. It's a very different number.
I think our next podcast needs to be a math workshop for all of us.
We better find someone else to host that shit because we don't
Yeah.
seem to be.
Can we get your brother-in-law in here?
He's so good at mental math because he did some sort of like training program, Korean math training program as a child. And I swear, like, he'll be like, what's 8% of 2,338? And he'll just like whip it out.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So you have heard of this creature before. This is something They're extremely rare, and knowledge of them at all is hard to come by. They're called Hayakume, and they are aberrations known sometimes by another term of memory thief.
That
That doesn't sound good.
So you get to know one piece of useful information. What would you like to know? And once again, if you ask something that there's no information on, I'll potentially kind of try to give you something else that's useful instead.
I would like to know what it's weak to.
All right, it has no weaknesses. Would you like to do something else instead? I can give you its weakest saves.
Yeah, let's go with weakest saves.
So its fortitude is its weakest save, but it does gain explicit bonus versus magic.
Gotcha.
Bonus to saves versus magic.
So, quick question. If any of you guys remember that thing we fought in the fake building, you know, like when we went into that trap in one of the first episodes?
The crab mask.
The mask.
Yeah. Was that like an aberration also? The thing that was the mask was on, or the mask itself?
The thing the mask was on
Yeah.
was a weird humanoid of a sort.
But it's just like, it just seems weird that there's all of these
These strange,
kind of strange
bloated
monsters showing up.
monsters.
A lot of aberrations.
Yeah. Anyway,
So that's your first action. You've recalled
Okay.
knowledge. And keep in mind, every time you devise a stratagem, you can attempt again to continue to gain more information. And I'll allow
Yeah.
that to be specific stuff, like what's its AC? How many hit points does it have left? Things like
gotcha.
that.
Okay, cool. So she has devised a stratagem. She recalled knowledge.
Have you rolled your free d20?
My free d20.
Yeah, but don't you when you devise a stratagem, you roll a d20, and if you attack that creature, that's the die roll you'll use.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I will. I
So-
will take that. So she's gonna shoot at it.
And so your first attack will now use this die roll, right?
Yes, but she is going to use her bullet split ability to whip her dagger up in front of the gun and shoot at it to try to shoot the body of the monster in one of the eyes.
Oh, all the eyes are gone. All six
all the eyes are
explode.
gone.
Yeah, the chain lightning took all of them out.
Yuck. Okay, then she's not going to bullet split anything. She's just going to use this stratagem roll,
Mhm.
and that'll be a 39 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Nice.
So you hit it with a bullet, so it hits automatically,
Yes.
and now you'll do all your precision damage and everything. How much
Yeah,
damage
that's
is
29 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay, I don't love that.
That wasn't even a good roll.
You have an action left.
Yeah, she's going to reload her gun.
Okay, that makes it Drosharis' turn. You said 29 points of damage?
Yes.
I'll take a 5-foot step up.
Okay.
I'm going to take a bite at this guy first.
Oh, you're going to try to bite this fleshy weird thing?
Yes.
That's such a nice sound. It rolls down and dings into the metal cup.
42.
42 is a hit.
Okay.
You are not you are not getting, it's not flat-footed for any reason right now.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
It's grappled
Oh.
because I
Okay.
got my mouth on it.
Is that an automatic thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let me check.
Because I think
Oh, you have to succeed a fortitude save. Oh no, and
Oh god.
slowed.
So many rules.
Here. I don't think so.
If it has the grab feature, it just means that you can make a grab with your mouth weapon. You don't
That's
have
what
to
I
have a free
want. I
hand.
want to grab him.
Oh, so instead of so that'll be an athletics check then, not an attack roll.
You can't grab him once you attack
No,
with your mouth.
not unless it has an ability that lets you like have grab as a damage type for the mouth. Most likely, it just gives you a bite attack, which has the trait grab, meaning you can grab someone with that weapon, so you
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
have to have a free hand.
Use it with an athletic skill.
Yeah,
Can I just use
Yeah.
that and say it's athletics?
that is totally fine.
All right.
So what's that total? And this is going to be against its fortitude DC, which is its
Same.
weakest save,
It's
which
the
I just
exact same.
established. So what was the total?
41.
41. Okay, so that's not a crit, but its fortitude save is pretty low. So it is grabbed.
Okay.
So it is now flat-footed.
Okay. So with my last action, I'm going to use advantageous assault.
Okay, so you move, you grab it in your mouth. Keep in mind, you're still like an old man, guys,
Uh-huh.
right? So you're just like, the veil just shifts slightly off the lower half of your mouth as this old man lurches forward, just sinks his teeth into this creature.
And then takes his sword cane out and just tries to right up underneath it where
That's
he's
right,
kind
because you
of...
established that you took your sword cane out at the end of the last session.
I have quick draw too, so it doesn't really matter.
Perfect. God, quick draw is such a good feat.
Such a good feat.
Interesting note, quick draw, unlike older versions of Pathfinder in which quick draw lets you draw something as a free action, in 2nd edition, quick draw allows you to draw a weapon as a part of an attack. So you can't preemptively draw something, but as a part of an attack, the weapon comes out. Super useful. Or you can change your grip on a weapon as a part of an attack. So this will be your 2nd attack bonus. What's that to hit?
Sorry.
You good.
27.
Total?
No, plus 27.
Oh, God. I was like, all right, 27. Yeah, it's a miss.
40.
That's going to be a hit.
Okay.
And it's against this flat-footed thing.
And with advantageous, you get
Just read the ability.
when an enemy movement is compromised, you deliver a more deadly blow. Make a strike against a creature that is grabbed, prone, or restrained.
Sure.
You gain a circumstance bonus to the damage on this strike equal to the number. Oh, so it was a bonus to hit, essentially.
Oh, it's a bonus to hit?
That's what it seems like. Is that how you read it?
When does it use? I thought you said circumstance bonus to damage.
That's what I thought too.
Well, go ahead and read it out. I
On
think
the
it's
strike
equal to
the number of weapon damage.
You gain
dice.
a circumstance bonus to damage on the strike equal to the number of weapon damage dice.
So, like your striking runes, how many dice of damage do you have on this weapon? Is it 2d8?
I think it's 3.
3d8? So you gain plus 3.
3d6.
No, you'll gain an extra 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, but that's what the three was. It's 3d6 damage, so I'll gain an extra.
Yeah, so
So it'll be 3d6 plus 16 now instead of 13.
that's
Right.
exactly
Perfect.
correct. Thank you for working that out. Yeah, it's not a huge bonus, but that is a notable bonus. I mean, any damage is more damage. And of course, if you crit, that gets doubled as well. Roll that.
27.
Yeah, see, that's pretty good.
And that's it. And he's still grabbed by my mouth.
Wow,
Mama.
so like you've already
Mama.
started taking chunks out of this thing. All right, now we're going to come into play with these other creatures. So all of a sudden, kind of coming out of the shadows, you see the described guise of the Grey Gardeners, the tri-cornered hats, like the gray masks covering the lower half of their face, the gray cloaks. As one comes around the corner right next to Fox, the one here on my side, Trent, thank you.
Oh,
Comes
great.
through the door over there to Fox, and it's gonna have a little bit of fun here.
We'll see.
So it has already taken an action sort of off screen, if you will, to do something. And it then comes through and attacks Fox. So it's going to stab out at Fox with the kukri. Because it's coming around the corner, you will have cover. So go ahead and give yourself increase your AC by 2.
Okay.
But you're also going to be flat-footed to it. So it's just going to be a flat, your AC is going to be your normal number, basically.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not a great roll. I don't love that. So how do you feel about 35 to hit?
That's a miss.
Damn it, that would have been so huge. Okay, that's its turn. The other one's going to do the same thing. It's going to move up, but it's going to move into range so that it's adjacent to Fox. All right, Fox, because you haven't acted, you are flat-footed to it, but you don't gain the cover this time.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You are flat-footed to these creatures.
So no.
No, you would, but you've already taken your AOO this turn
Okay.
because you've used your reaction.
Got it.
Didn't you hit the big hulking
Yes, you're right.
flesh thing? So this time you are flat-footed, but you don't have cover, so AC minus 2. Oh, that went off the table. All right, what do we got? Natural 1.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Okay, that's
like
a card.
that.
All right, so let's go ahead and draw out a critical fumble card here for this creature. Would have been really cool to use its poisoned blade
I
against
disagree.
Mwah.
I don't
No,
think that
no.
would be cool at all.
It's going to
That
be
would
cool
be
when we
really
pick
lame.
it up off of them in their uniforms when they're dead.
Now we just go into the party. We
Now
are Grey
have a bunch of Grey
Gardeners
Gardener outfits.
here to murder.
you. Tell me when to stop shuffling.
Are they Grey Gardeners?
They are in the Grey Gardener outfits,
Oh
yes.
my gosh, I missed that somehow. Stop.
All right.
Don't burn them. We need their clothes.
So this is a melee attack. Oh, shit. All or nothing. This creature will have a -1 circumstance penalty to attack rolls until it scores a critical hit again.
Oh, wow.
Good.
A what? A minus what?
A -1 on all of its attacks until it scores a critical hit. Do me a favor, one of you, and keep me honest about that, because I will totally forget that.
I'll
That
do
doesn't
my
even say
best.
like this combat. Imagine
Period.
if you just like drew that and you just had a horrible time trying to crit again, you know?
Like with Jane's dice luck.
Yeah, you just spend like
Rude.
7 combats not, with a -1. That's awful.
You know what? I don't appreciate that. I'm not the one who just rolled a natural one.
He's
That's
not
true.
lying, though.
That's true.
I'm just going to say
All
that.
right. All right.
Look, I literally bought this dice tower to go at this table. 1, because it looks cool and it's fun. But 2, because one of the groups that we all played board games with, cooperatively, kept getting screwed over by Jane's dice luck so much that we insisted she use a dice tower when she rolled, because we all, superstitiously believed that somehow the longer time between her hand touching the die and seeing the result improved the die roll.
I will say most of today I've been using this app that Trent referred me to, and my rolls have been much better.
Oh, I was going to say, you're blaming me?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
all
okay.
your fault.
All
I say,
right.
if you're wanting to use the dice tower, it's on the wrong side.
Oh yeah, but now I'm the GM, so this is not a
That's
cooperative.
true.
We're not playing
There's no
Kingdom
more
Death right
cooperative.
now, in which I need her to
Oh.
roll well. I'm the GM. I'm fine with her tanking her rolls.
I'm cool with it being there, too. It's kind of nice.
All right, but it's Fox's turn now. So these two gray
All right.
gray gardeners have come in, and I think I've shared with you all sort of illustrations of what they looked like before, but I'll show you again. Here's 2 gray gardeners confronting a character in this piece of art. So you can kind of get, they look a little colonial,
Yeah.
sort of French colonial mix.
I always forget what her name is. The
The iconic rogue.
Marizial.
Is it?
That's who I
'cause you
played in
her
the
the starter pack.
test one we did.
Didn't you also play her at one of the conventions?
Yep.
Cool. All right, Fox, what are you doing?
Oh man, do I split? Should we focus fire? Should I split? I think he's gonna take a step diagonally backwards.
So you're just going to take the step action, guard that?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to step sort of, yeah, there we go. So you take that step back, create the distance.
Now, can I still attack one of the Grey Gardeners?
Yes, you have reach, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just
Yeah, remember, reach is full squares, so even at the corners, it fully extends
okay,
into
that's
it.
right. I'm gonna go for the gardener. The one
No,
closest to me.
Gardener number 2.
Okay. Rolling.
I'll say while you're rolling that, we've been playing online on Fantasy Grounds for a bit, and it keeps cracking me up because it will auto number creatures, but it means that something will come in and the players will be like, why does it say skeleton number 7?
Yeah. We're like,
This is only the second skeleton.
We've only seen 2, but it's number 7. What's going on?
How's a 49?
Holy
Oh!
shit.
That'll do.
Let me check here. Yeah, that's a critical hit.
Yeah. Going after those gardeners.
Get
All right,
'em.
This is gonna take me a minute to do math, so
So
bear
vamp.
with me.
So how about that weather? Actually, it's kind of gray outside, much like these gardeners.
A little
But,
bit
tis.
dreary out there today.
Look, there's a lot of math. There's critical math going on over there we have to fill.
52 damage.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
And
And a polearm's crit. Did you get your crit specializations as a
No.
magus? Okay.
nope.
I was about to say, this is one of the few that
Unfortunately.
I know off the top of my head and can just pull out ready to go.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they trip? Is a trip on them?
No, polearms are reposition.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're really. I actually had a player in another game do a full shield wall. Someone charged in, he hit them with the crit, and then pushed them back enough where they had to take another action to move in and
That's
close the
great.
distance and reduce the total
That's
attacks
beautiful.
that turn.
I love that. We're gonna go again.
Yeah,
Let's
follow
try.
up. Keep doing it till it don't work no more.
How about 35?
Oh, that's just a miss.
so we're between 35 and 40, I believe.
Yeah.
Trent's starting to zero in. Do some
With a
math.
49 being a crit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my 3 actions.
All right, move, attack. We're back up to Watson, beginning of round 2.
Watson will spend an action putting
Mhm.
guidance on Val.
Sure.
Sweet. That
You-
gives me a +1.
Yes.
A +1 once on an attack or a save or a skill check.
And you do have to declare it before you roll it.
Cool.
He will spend 2 actions casting Hydraulic Torrent.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Are you going to illegally download a hydrant?
I am. I would like hydraulic fluid comes out of his hands. Now, a swirling torrent of water manifests along a straight line,
Oh, shit.
60 feet long.
They all are in a single line right now, aren't
They
they?
indeed are.
God.
Battering those along its
So
path,
it's like you have a fire hose,
pretty much right out of his hand.
Do you
Yeah.
remember that scene from Avengers where there's they're all lining up and he's like, well, they're excited.
It, It just so happens to be a fortitude save.
Oh. Yeah, I guess hopefully Valentine found a way to share that information in game. They are weak of fortitude.
They have no fortitude.
Oh, yes, that's the fortitude.
They're sad little weaklings.
Now, this is a spell, though. This is
It is
magic.
I need a fortitude save DC 37.
Okay, so let me do some math here. All right, got a good bonus on this because it's an extra bonus against magic. Oh, shit. Okay, so that's going to come out to 30... oh geez, math, 39
Success. So they're not knocked back.
on the first one. Let me do the next two because it hits
Okay.
everyone in the line, right?
Okay, yep.
Just move down. These things are, that's a natural 20, so that's a crit success. And then it's still a pretty good roll. So that's going to come out to 30. Oh yeah, also 39.
Well, that sounds like a lot of bullshit to
So
me.
so the front and the back save, the middle crit saves.
Okay. They're not pushed back,
Sure.
but I assume they take half damage.
Yes.
8d6 bludgeoning,
Oh damn. There's the bludgeoning damage.
29 for full.
Okay.
So it'd be 14 for half.
Sure. I believe you. I'd never know. My phone's over here running Syrinscape, so I can't pull up the calculator, so I'm just going to trust you. I'm sure. What's the worst that could happen? All right, so you do that. You get guidance off. Water just comes flying out of the shop. You're in a map shop, so it's really nice that it's going out the door and not just soaking in this woman's life work.
I've destroyed your maps. I'm doing everything I can here.
Now it's this giant creature's turn. Yeah, I think it's going to do that. Did take that, so it's going to be a bit of a thing, but let's go ahead and try for it. I'm going to need some saves from everyone. First, it begins casting a spell. So this giant hulking Hayakume is going to start casting a spell, which will provoke AOs from those next to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done this in every fight we've had in the podcast so far. Which like I'm gonna cast spells. They're not gonna crit and prevent me, right? Let's see what happens.
I'm taking that because it didn't go in.
41.
That's a shit. That's a hit, but it's not a crit, so you
Okay.
don't disrupt. So that's a hit. And Jason, what are you rocking on that AOO there?
34.
Oh, wait a second. It's flat-footed because of the grab, so let me adjust that. So what was your hit, Jared?
41.
Not a crit. Definitely a hit, though.
34.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage, but you don't disrupt its spellcasting.
I got 30 damage.
That's pretty solid. Okay. So now I'm going to need will saves from everyone, but let me go ahead and just double check the wording on this spell, because I think all of you do get a +4 on this, because it has displayed hostile actions towards you. Yeah, so all of you will get a +4 on this, but it is a will save across the board.
A +4.
Plus 4.
It has taken hostile actions against you, so you get a +4 on the save. So let's start. Jason, what'd you get on that will save?
39.
That's even with the +4.
28. Yeah, because I rolled fairly low. Let's see, 28 plus 8.
Okay.
So what is that? 36?
Sure, I don't know math.
Yeah, 36.
So,
All right.
So 40. I don't know if it makes a difference.
Oh, wait a second. I will say this is an incapacitation effect. So all of you will improve the quality of your save by 1. So your failure becomes a success. What'd you get, Jared?
47.
So that becomes a critical success. Trent?
43.
Critical success.
Is this something that
becomes 1.
tries to control your mind? at all?
This is a mental mind controlling effect.
Okay. So 38.
So that's a failure, but it becomes a critical success because it's an anything tagged with incapacitation. Essentially, the way it works is there's a mechanism to figure out the value, but essentially, if it's something that's equal to your level or weaker, your result counts as 1 threshold better. If it's a higher level, so like from a big creature or a boss, it's then at full value. But these are such a powerful thing that if just like a lower level creature tries to hit you with it, you do better against it. This is that effect. This is the spell Charm. And it's heightened, so it affects everyone, and anyone who fails it would suffer these abilities till the next time they fully rest. However, we have critical successes everywhere, except for those of you who just failed and became a success. Over the crit success, don't worry about it. You are unaffected, and you are aware that it tried to charm you.
What's worse than
For
that?
those of you who just succeeded, you don't realize that it tried to charm you,
But I'm not charmed.
but you're not charmed. That's the only thing. So that's its whole. Well, that's two
Sound
actions.
like gnawing its leg.
You're like, nothing about this is charming.
It just attempted to seduce us.
Yeah. So Himmelgale and who else critically succeeded?
Fox.
Fox and Himmelgale recognized that it attempted a charm effect. Seeing that it failed, it is going to try to smack you, Dro Sharish, because you're grabbing it with its mouth and it doesn't like that. So it's going to smash out at you with its fist. Jesus. It's really excited. All right, that's not as high as I would want it to be, so that's going to come out to 35 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yeah, that's its whole turn then. Tries to cast a spell, charms you all, takes an AOO, fails to do anything with it. Let's go ahead and move that on down to Valentine. It's your turn, and you're rocking a guidance bonus.
Right, rocking a guidance bonus. Okay,
yeah.
gonna devise a stratagem once again against the monster.
Would you like to roll an attempt to recall knowledge on it again?
Yes.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that for you. What's your bonus on occultism?
Plus 23.
Okay, so you are going to learn something about this.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Oh.
You may not. I forgot this thing is really difficult to identify.
It's my favorite song.
Thank you. So no, you don't get any new info on this one.
No new info. Okay.
And what was your die? What's the number on your die?
Yes, I did roll my stratagem die, and I'm going to take that roll and attack this thing.
What is the die roll?
It's a 12.
Cool.
For a total of...
You taking the +1 from guidance as well?
Not yet.
You have to declare it before.
Yeah, I don't want to take it yet.
Oh, got it. Now, it does go away at the end of the turn.
I know.
All right. Look, self-proclaimed has never played Pathfinder.
Don't help me.
It's a 41
Sure.
to hit this thing.
Yeah,
I'm going to assume that works.
That does hit, yeah. Because it is flat-footed right now because of the grab.
Okay.
Thanks, Drow.
Thanks, Dro.
Dro.
26 points of damage.
Cool.
And then... Next
All right.
move. Well, hold on. I can do another thing. Because I have...
You've got one action left.
Yes, I know. And I had both of my weapons drawn because that's what I do.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm going to throw my dagger at the Grey Gardener closest to me.
Sure. It will get cover because it's behind this hulking creature.
Okay, and I would like to declare that I am using my guidance on this to
Okay.
hit.
All right. Okay, I've got the AC with its cover because it just has what I refer to as shit cover, as just cover from an intervening creature, which is +1 to its AC.
That's a 40.
That's going to hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is the
Nice.
gardener that's already been smacked a couple of times.
Yeah.
What's the damage from that
The
thing?
damage is 17 points of damage.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
And so you just you leave your dagger sunk into that thing?
Actually, you'll notice that as the dagger sinks into this gardener's chest, it then shoots back into Val's hand.
A returning rune. Fascinating.
That's really cool.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Dro, it's your turn.
All right. He's still grabbed by my mouth.
That's correct.
So I will do this little special ability I have called Dazing Blow.
Okay.
Dazing Blow. You pommel a held foe, hoping to stagger them. Make a melee strike against a creature that you have grabbed. The weapon damage from this strike is bludgeoning. If the strike hits, the creature must attempt a fortitude save, or they are incapacitated.
Oh, shit. What's the fortitude save against?
35.
Okay. You're all really targeting fortitude ever since you got that info.
It's almost like that's how you play the game.
No, I love it. It's part of the reason I like recall knowledge.
Does not work.
Are you turning a patch in for a reroll?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got? Dun, dun, dun.
40.
40 against its AC?
Just a hit, yeah.
That hits.
All right, so now you have to succeed at a fortitude save.
DC 35.
DC 35.
All right. Ooh, not as high as I wanted it to
Do you
be.
still get bludgeoning damage?
Yeah, I'll do the bludgeoning damage in a minute.
Okay, so its total result is 34.
That's a fail. So I will tell you that you are stunned for 2 rounds.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry. Stunned 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
Stunned 2.
So let's talk through stunned a little bit for our listening audience and me. Stunned means you can't act. A stunned value indicates how many total actions you lose. Each time you regain actions, reduce the number. So next turn, it'll only get 1 action. The turn after that, it'll get 2 actions. And the turn after that, it'll be back to its full allotment of actions.
Huge.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Done.
crazy. Good use of a hero patch on that one. Let me note
Maybe
down stunned
deserving
too.
of another patch.
Oh, God. They're getting close to the challenge rule there,
Yeah.
That's true.
which I guess
no,
I just got talked
passed
into.
the challenge rule.
That's right. Two
2
uses.
consecutives that win. All right, so I'm going to
I
second
feel like
action.
I'm gonna make that 3. If you make 3 consecutive uses of a hero patch that turn a failure into a success, can get you a hero patch back.
43 to hit. Oh, sorry, I need to give you bludgeoning
Yeah,
damage.
give me some bludgeoning damage, and then that 43 will hit for your second attack. Is that does that strike a 2-action hit to
Nope.
attack with that? That's still just
Dazing blow is 1 action.
Fighters Rock in second
So
edition.
much. That's why it's hard not to play one.
It's true.
Yeah.
So 23 bludgeoning on the first one.
Jesus. Okay.
24 slashing on that one. And I'll swing again.
So you were putting like just the hurt into this thing. It's not looking good.
36.
That, because you have it grabbed, hits.
That's right, son.
God.
This guy.
This is not going how I thought it would.
25.
Okay. Sure. It's whatever.
And do I have to spend an action to continue my hold?
Oh, God, I can never remember.
Because I'm okay with letting it go because he's not moving.
I know for monsters, so I think the rules will be the same. That if you don't sort of take another action to continue the grab or do something with the grab, then I think it releases.
Yeah,
it.
so he's stunned, so I'll let go of it. And
Yeah, so it's no longer flat-footed to everyone else. I'll double check that when it's not my turn.
But
or
it's
can
done.
you actually? You got a core rule book right there.
I do.
I don't know where the rule it is, or if this might be a bit more of an Archives of Nethys sort of check. But
Should
like
be in grapple.
grabbed is what it is under
Or
now. Grapple's a thing of the old editions. But yeah, go ahead and look up grab and see if or when grab expires, because I can never frickin' remember. All right, but it is Assassin 1's turn. So it's going to take a step. Oh, I've already said you can't 5-foot step around that corner. So it'll move the opposite direction. It'll snake in and go after Watson down the back. It'll take difficult terrain going over. It'll go through its ally to show up next to Watson. So that's one move. It's now going to use a special ability called Instant Opening, which allows it to make you flat-footed with no check or save.
Well, I don't
But it
like
costs
that.
an action. So it'll run up, it'll make you flat-footed, and it'll then strike with its kukri. Let's go ahead and see if this does better. I'm using these dice all day, hoping they're going to hit for me. That's pretty good, though. 39, Watson, against flat-footed.
Unfortunately, that is a hit.
All right, I'm going to need so many dice. So we're gonna play out some things here at this point. So first off, let's go ahead and just do some basic damage. Wow, those are 2 1s. That's 6 points of damage.
Snake eyes.
But we're then going to do its sneak attack damage. Okay. Oh, so that's 10, 17. All right. So then that's 23 points of sneak attack damage.
Ow.
And now I'm going to need a fortitude saving throw.
Not my best, but not terrible. Not my worst either.
Let's see what you got.
Pardon me.
Yeah, what's up?
Did he move within my range?
No, he moved just straight down the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Away from you.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Did he move by me?
Is this the guy that has a -1 on everything?
No, that's the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is number 2. Who's
Don't
closer.
forget about.
Thank you.
That's a good call. That is a 37.
God damn it, you're fine.
Yes.
this really awesome.
That's what Watson does. And go,
This really, really awesome poison that I bookmarked.
Oh, is that a poison effect?
Yeah, do you get a bonus against that?
Oh, yeah, I do. Add another 8 on top of
Oh
that.
my
8?
gosh.
I'm sorry, where does that come from?
Let's see.
He's just been secretly dosing himself for years with poisons,
It might
and
come
he's a
from the rhino
badass.
eye. I don't remember.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. He succeeded before that ridiculously broken
Yeah, but
bonus.
now he might crit succeed, yeah?
It does not matter in this
okay.
case. It would matter if he was already poisoned on a recovery save.
That's fair.
But he's just not poisoned, which, let me tell you, on this poison is good for you. What'd you find over there on grappled? Grabbed?
It's until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So I would assume to maintain it, you have to take an action, which I didn't.
Now that I have a little information on from GMing. Any action that sort of is built on grabs, like constrict, does extend grab.
Okay.
So if you have anything around there that would do that, that would extend it, but otherwise no. Cool. So that's what keeps that going forward.
It is a racial trait.
+8?
Strong-blooded dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Your
that's a
blood
high
runs
level one,
hardy
huh?
and strong, and you can shake off toxins.
Yeah, it gets better as you get older, I think.
Oh, that's super
And
cool.
he's like
Badass.
480, so.
All
That's
right.
what it is.
So this is the assassin that is that has the -1. So it's going to take a step action to close in on Fox because it's seen the AOO, so it knows that these are intelligent creatures. So it'll step in to duck that AOO, and it's going to then use instant opening to forcibly make you flat-footed to it. You
Okay.
get no save, but it does take it's an action economy drain on me, and it'll take an attack with a -1 against you. Okay, that's not my favorite thing, but that's going to come out to 38.
It's a hit.
Ooh, yeah. All right. So as I said before, we're going to go through a couple of things here. Standard damage is it's going to be going back, double check. Okay, that's going to be 13 points of damage from the weapon. Let's go ahead and do some sneak attack. Oh, that's what I like to see. It's 12, 17, 19, 22 points of sneak attack damage. And then give me a fortitude saving throw. Let's see what you got.
Oh, that is +28. That's 35.
Yeah, that's you save. This is really cool poison.
Okay.
Okay.
22.
No one cares,
Sorry.
James.
Get your stupid poison out of here.
No, I'm gonna get the
Yeah, on
poison.
top of
Watch.
the normal damage. All right, that's its whole turn between the step, the opening, the attack, and now Fox. Oh, I will say these creatures have the same stat line as Zendaya from an episode or two ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zendaya's
okay.
really killing it.
Mm-hmm.
She's in so many things these days.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fox, it's your turn.
Well, let's fight back. I'm going to try and take it to this Grey Gardener.
All right.
Let's go. Not a great roll. That's 34.
That's a miss.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah.
Let's try it one more time. That was a really bad roll, so
All right.
not much better. 31.
That's still a miss. You got one action left, though.
All right, Fox is going to take 2 steps back next to Droshar's.
Okay, so just a stride action to get back.
Yep.
Cool. So you move back. Your back's kind of against this
One more.
wall pillar, this like little shelf along the wall with all these maps on it, and you're set up there, top of the order.
Me as a shield.
No,
Am I
no,
a meat
no.
shield
I
right
got to
now?
move more than 5 feet away so that
Oh,
I can
okay.
get an
That's
AOO.
fair. That's fair.
Watson, your turn.
Watson doesn't like having a creature right next to him,
What?
so he's going to kind of grab the staff in his hands,
Sure.
shift his feet a little bit
Go on.
with telluric power,
I'm sorry, what?
gain bonus damage equal to weapon damage dice if you are both standing on the same stone or earth surface. Does that count?
Yeah.
Stone floor?
Did you say turmeric powder?
Turmeric.
I activate my turmeric power and my gold bond.
I only have powder.
This episode brought to you by Gold Bond
And turmeric.
Oh, man.
and the letter T.
He's just going to swing at this thing with his staff.
Oh, okay.
That is a 39.
That's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Big stinking hit.
And obviously it's a staff, so it's not a ton of damage, but
don't know. Maybe you have like an explosive rune on there or something.
That's 18 bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
Hey, that ain't nothing.
There's also something on this staff. It is
Oh.
a
What?
shock spell storing
Yes.
staff.
Oh God, what
Sweet.
spell do you have stored in there?
Shock greater. An extra 1d6 electricity on hit.
Nice.
How about 2 more damage?
Darn right. And do you have a spell stored in there right now?
Yes. Oh, yes.
And are you
Oh,
releasing
yes.
it?
Oh, yeah.
I think, wait, hang on.
Da-da-da. Did you ever use?
No, it's literally just shock greater.
Oh, you have the spell
Electri-
shock in there.
No, it is a rune.
Sure, but don't you also have spell storing on there? Did you
Oh,
say
I
that?
do.
Do you? And you would have
To be fair, I'm not actually sure which one I stored in here.
okay. Well,
That's because you're old.
Yeah, I'm far too old to recall.
I love the idea that you don't know what spell you have stored in there, and you just smack someone, and it's like heal at level 8.
I thought I had it
Right.
in Hero Lab, but I don't actually see it on here.
So let's just say that you don't release the spell stored in it right now, while you look through your spell list and figure out what you would have stored in there.
Sure.
All right. So Watson, that's one action to attack. You've got 2 actions left. What's it going to be?
Oh, he's just going to keep wailing on this guy.
All I can think is, what's the like bad lip reading video with Yoda when he's just smacking R2 with the stick?
That's a 40.
Jeez, yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, wait,
Cool.
sorry.
Second attack.
39.
Yeah, it's still a hit.
Okay. Which is the same.
You're really pumping Drosharis up, kicking ass over there.
Yeah, the 2 of you doing well.
You go, old man.
I don't like him being so close.
Face tanking as a druid.
He's so creepy.
That's a 16
Yeah, that's a hit. I mean, that's 16 damage.
plus 1.
7, so
17.
1 of shocking. I mean, that's useful for me in case it triggers any weaknesses or vulnerabilities.
And he's going to swing again.
All right, third attack.
Oh, that's going to be a miss. That is a 19.
Total?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's really a miss. That's a critical miss if it matters. Okay, so that makes it this giant thing's turn. It only has 1 action this turn because it's stunned too. So it's just going to slam a fist right into the creature that grabbed it, Drosharis, because it's not super stoked about that. Oh. Shit. I think it's a miss. Like,
Okay.
hot take. How do you feel about 33 to hit?
Miss.
Sorry, 32.
Miss.
Still a miss, even though it's lower?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
That's its whole turn because it's stunned too.
Hell yes.
God, that's frustrating.
That's great.
Valentine, your turn.
Okay.
Now it's stunned 1.
Stunned 1.
What you gonna
Alright.
do? You've got an unloaded pistol.
Yes, first and foremost, I'm going to reload.
Okay.
Spend an action to do that. Then I'm going to devise a stratagem against the Grey Gardener next to Watson.
Okay.
And I would like to do my free recall knowledge on that guy.
That'll be a society check.
Okie dokie.
What's your society bonus?
Plus 29.
Yeah, you know a lot about this creature.
Okay, so
Let me
how many
double
things
check.
can I ask you?
I think it's still gonna be 1, but I will double check. Oh no, actually these are rare. So yeah, 1 thing.
Okay. I would like to know what kind of poison is on their blade.
All right, so something in the air, the way it smells, the way it looks, you recognize what is known as shadow essence poison.
Good to know.
Okay.
Yeah, does that tell you a lot of info?
Are you going to tell me what it does?
Sure. So shadow essence poison is a DC, unfortunately for me, 29 fortitude saving throw. And basically each round it does, if it hits you in stage 1, each turn it does 3d6 negative damage and 2d6 poison damage every turn for up to 6 turns. And if you fail at higher levels, like at stage 2, it can deal 3d6 plus 2d6 again and also make you enfeebled. And then it can also do that same damage and make you more enfeebled.
Gross.
So 5d6 worth of damage every turn plus enfeebling.
Okay.
Sorry, you
So
just
not good.
contracted that? Is that what you just... Or
No,
you
I just wanted to
knew
know
that
about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Identified it.
recalled the knowledge on it.
Good,
And what was your d20 roll?
I have
'Cause
not done it yet.
Technically, that's public knowledge.
No.
So as a GM, I get to know if...
Oh, okay. Two things. I am going to use this die roll on the stratagem I just did. I am also going to enact my Drifter's Juke. So I'm going to walk up to that Great Gardener and I'm going to stab it.
Drifter's Juke is 2 actions, right?
I think it's just one.
We double check that. I thought it was 2
Let me look.
because you took an action to reload, an action to recall knowledge. So you have one
Okay,
action
then I'm
left.
just going to stay where I'm at
Mm-hmm.
back there because I think it is 2 actions.
Got so
2
many
actions. Yeah, okay.
abilities.
So I'm actually not going to walk up there. I'm just going to stay back where I was. But I will indeed use this stratagem roll that I made, which is a 19.
Oh, God.
Which with my dagger, because it's keen, is a crit.
You get to carry that around
Oh,
with you?
that's awesome.
That die roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when I devise
the
a stratagem,
investigator.
I can roll a d20. And if I see like, oh, that's a good roll, I can use it. And if it's not a good roll, I can say like, all right, I'm not going to attack with that this turn. I'm going to go do something else.
Isn't that awesome?
So,
That's
yeah.
So it's
cool.
basically
dope.
like the Sherlock Holmes movies where he's like, they're weak right there. Okay, I'm going to hit right there.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
So that's the big thing. If you attack the creature that you devise a stratagem against, your first attack must use the result of that die. But in this case, since Jane declared it against the Grey Gardener, if it had been a shit roll, she could have then targeted the big creature.
Yeah.
And if it's a good roll, she can then target that one. So yeah, with your knife, that
Yeah.
automatically counts as a critical.
Yes.
Amazing.
So that'll be what, your sneak attack damage?
Does that count as
Yes.
a D20 crit?
Yeah, that is technically a die result crit.
That's a
Let's
card.
get them cards out, son.
Get
Okay,
that
let me-
card.
Which is good because I need to calculate this damage.
Oh, yeah, it's important because we should do this first because there's a chance it doesn't double your damage and just imparts a really crummy ability. All right, someone tell me when to stop shuffling, preferably Jane, since it's your crit.
Stop.
Okay. This is piercing damage in your dagger, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is a dagger piercing or slashing or just piercing?
It's piercing if you throw it and
Mhm,
slashing if
slashing.
it's melee.
Okay, so you can choose to take this card or not. This card will deal normal damage and the target can't heal until it rests for 8 hours. Or would you prefer just to take your double damage?
Double damage.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Good call.
All right.
Okay.
So this doubles your weapon damage, all of your precision damage.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good.
That would be a super brutal crit for a playing character.
Absolutely. That's 2 crit cards that
Yeah.
would really suck
Yeah.
to draw.
Yeah, it's brutal.
So that's 50 points of damage.
Okay. Jeez Louise. And that's assassin number 1.
So for what it's worth, I'm not going to ask that this be applied,
Sure.
but I did determine that it was lightning bolt that I have stored in the staff.
Okay.
Because it has to be a 3rd level or lower spell, and it has to be no more than 2 actions to cast, so that's what it
Perfect.
was.
So you just hit and also discharge lightning bolt.
It does shocking damage and then discharge a lightning bolt.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. All
It's
right,
like you charge
Valentine.
them up for the lightning bolt.
So
I
that
have
is
to charge up
your
my staff one.
your dagger then returns to your hand. That's your whole turn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. And it comes back.
So you crit right into that thing. And Droshards, it's your turn.
If I were to move closer to that gardener directly in front of me, do I, since it has reached, is that an attack of opportunity?
You don't know if this creature has AOs. That would be in its threatened range, but you don't know if it has AOs.
Okay.
You gonna risk it? Just gonna stride forward. Now, to be fair, you could also take a step action, which is 5 foot of movement and never provokes AOs.
Oh, that's what I want to do then.
Yeah, so just step forward. That's what they've done a couple of times to get closer to Fox. Is really abuse the step rule.
And then I'm going to use a special ability called Swipe.
Oh shit! Okay, what's that do?
Make a wide arching swing. Make a melee strike and compare the attack roll result again to AC of up to 2 foes, each of whom is within your melee reach
Okay,
and are adjacent to each other.
this is a 2-action attack.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
oh,
basically, I like sweep across both of them.
Oh, so you can attack 2 creatures basically without having to reduce your attack penalty.
Correct.
Does it in later attacks reduce your attack penalty?
Um,
I'm wondering.
I don't think you could use
a
that
swipe
'cause
counts
it's
as 2 attacks for your multiple attack
Yeah.
penalty. So the next time, if I had an action, it would be my third.
Take your
Got it.
third,
That's what
yeah.
I was just checking.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
No, yeah, not against the 2.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So do I roll just once against their ACs?
What does it say? Because I only
Make a melee strike and compare the attack roll
Yes.
result to the AC of
So
2
it's one
foes.
attack compared against both ACs.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. What are you rocking over there? I always think these abilities that the fighters have are really cool to sort of choose how they want to bring which dice at which time with which bonuses forward. What do you got?
I rolled a 10. Got a 41.
41. So that's going to be a hit on both, a crit on neither.
Cool.
So go ahead and
Take
roll.
the crit or to take the hit.
I think it's one damage roll against both, or does it specify
it
individual
says,
damage?
I'll just double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 1.
Okay.
Roll damage die only once and apply it to both.
Cool. So you apply that damage against both of them. Yeah. How's everyone feeling this fight? Feel like it's going your way?
Much
feeling
better.
bad?
It does feel that way, yes.
26 against those
The
fellas.
big creature will probably
Jeez.
explode and kill us all, but
Whatever.
Whatever.
Feeling good about actually doing damage, though. There is that.
much better than the last combat.
Yeah, it's interesting. I appreciate the diversity of combats in this adventure. And then also against that
I will
one.
say that for our characters, this has been a very stressful day.
Mm.
We started
Yeah,
off
long
by getting
day.
attacked by rocks. Then we went straight into this pretty much.
Buried alive in earthquakes.
Buried alive, 2 great gardeners, and a goo monster.
We hung out at a county fair.
That's true.
Yeah, that was fun. You
Yeah,
hit
the
people.
farmer's market.
Wasn't all bad.
We at a farmer's market.
Kind of massage style.
Okay, so this assassin is going to go in on Drosharis. It'll use its instant opening to make you flat-footed, Drosharis.
I have a thing.
Oh, is it deny advantage?
Yes.
Now, I believe deny advantage just prevents flanking. You can still be made flat-footed through other things, but I could be wrong. Because this just distracts a creature using a few choice words or gestures, and the creature is flat-footed. It's an ability, not like a status or state that changes it. But what does your ability say?
It's not to these. It's flat-footed. I'm not flat-footed to hidden creatures, undetected, or flanking creatures.
Yeah,
so this would be one
This
that
is an
gets there.
exemption, yeah. But it takes a whole action to do it. You are now flat-footed, and it's going to slice out with that kukri. Ooh, okay. Feel pretty good about that roll. This is not the one that has the -1 on attacks. And so that's going to come out to 43 to hit.
Hit.
Is that a crit, maybe? Did I luck out?
No.
Okay, well,
Let's not get too excited.
boo. All right,
did
6. So
calm
that's
down.
going to be 14 points of damage, normal. And let's do some sneak attack damage. Well, those aren't my favorite rolls, but I'll work with that. And that's going to come out to 19 points of sneak attack damage, and then I need a fortitude save from you from the poison. What's it going to be?
I love that sound.
It's a good sound. I feel like I'm really...
42.
Yeah, you're fine. I was really excited about this poison, but I don't think it's going to really pop off against you. It's a nice threat. Like, if it were to hit, it'd be really dangerous.
I'm not the guy you want to do it to either.
Yeah, I imagine as a fighter, you've got a great fortitude save.
You have a 28 fourth save.
Yes.
All right, so it's going to be the second attack. Yeah, that's probably going to be a miss, but I'll try it just to make sure. How do you feel about a 29 to hit?
No.
Yeah, okay, that's a miss. That's its whole turn. Now it's the other creature's turn. I think it's going to pull out a hand crossbow. Got quick draw.
What?
Yeah.
Which one?
This is number 2 that's farther away. It's in the back.
Who
So-
has a -1 to everything, by the
That's
way?
right. Thanks
Yes,
for
it
keeping me
does.
honest. So it's going to instant opening fox, and then it's going to quick draw its hand crossbow. Quick draw its hand crossbow.
It has a -1 to that.
Yeah.
No, to the
Um,
quick draw, I mean.
So let's see.
It just does it a
-1.
little bit
Technically,
worse.
that won't work because, as I said before, a quick draw lets you draw the weapon as a part of attack, but a hand crossbow would have to be loaded. So, no, it'll just instant opening, and it will then stride forward. It'll take the AOO to try to get in and strike with that kukri
That
against
was
Fox.
the plan.
Let's see if you can mess this thing up.
I rolled a 2. No,
So, okay.
32.
Sure. I'll just assume you don't hit. I'm cool with that. All right, it's going to attack you with the kukri. And, jeez, at 31 against flat-footed AC?
Nope.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of here.
Fox, it's your turn now.
All right. Let's unleash. Let's roll better.
Do better.
Roll better, die.
I appreciate that you're taking positive reinforcement for your dice as opposed to negative.
Okay, that's better. It worked. 47.
Oh my
Damn.
god, that's a crit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yes.
So double that damage.
That was really good so far. That's really good again.
Ooh, a lot of math.
Okay, I'm at 36.
Let's see what's going on.
I'm at
Don't look at me. I can't help you.
45 for 7. 58.
58 points of
Holy
Jesus.
crap.
Damn,
Get
son.
him.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Do
Is
you
it
double,
dead?
your... So it's a plus 11. Do I double the plus 11 too?
Yes.
Oh, so 69.
That's the best number.
It already had 69 points of damage. So it's 69 on 69.
So it's dead, right?
No,
Oh,
not
oh.
actually at all.
All right. Going again.
What?
That's a maybe. That's a...
What's happening?
What's
I
happening?
don't know.
What's happening?
You all
You're the
confused
GM,
me.
you tell me.
43.
43 hits.
You're in charge.
Look, I was writing down math. I didn't know that he told me the attack number.
69 minus 69 is 0.
It's plus, not minus.
He's saying that we've put on 138 points of damage on it and it's still alive.
29 damage.
That's terrifying.
29 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
This is the big
And...
eyeball thing.
No,
that's-
this is the little
that
assassin.
guy. This
Oh,
is Grey
God.
Garden over here.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll stride backwards 2 steps.
Okay. All right. Keeping backing up into that room. It's Watson's turn.
Watson will take a 5-foot step around the corner here.
So actually, I'd like actually,
Actually, you can't do that, see, because there is a corner, and to get around the corner, it would take more than one action.
He actually pushed his glasses up, James did, before he said it. So
like if I'm going to be really
That's how you know
pedantic.
it's legit.
So this is a Starfinder rule that I do like for map movement, and it might be in second edition as well, and I haven't looked it up, but I think the 5-foot step isn't around corners because you can't just like directly step through.
I think that makes sense. I don't like it.
'Cause
I
I-
think it makes sense.
I think that it just tactically makes sense that doors and corners, for those of you who've ever read any of the Expanse books, doors and corners are where they get you.
In that case, I won't do that.
So you can still stride. What I will say is at this point in
like
combat,
around the corner?
yeah, you can still take your full movement.
But it would be an AOO.
You have not seen anyone take AOOs so far. And
Question.
Fox has multiple times retreated
Yeah,
from adjacent.
I moved from adjacent to at least to the big guy.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
moved up
And
it
you just
didn't do it,
moved from adjacent from the little guy as well.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
also not that scared of its poison with a
Yeah.
huge resistance to it.
That's
so
right,
I will
stick your chest out,
stride.
man.
I will stride around the corner here.
It does not do anything. Oh, around the corner that way?
Yes.
Oh, so that is, yeah, okay. Yep, that'll work.
Like a 5-foot
You
step
look so
would have worked?
scared.
No.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was thinking, like, well, like that's sort of through its space, but there is a diagonal. But in my mind, the diagonal can't be a 5-foot step.
Yeah,
so
sure.
it just takes a little more movement, but you do kind of squirm between it and the corner and get around.
And it is now flanked.
Yes, it is.
And I think, yes.
If
Go on.
you were in that situation
Yes.
and you decided to acrobatically get around that corner,
Sure.
would that work?
100%.
So you can like take an acrobatics check to get around. Is that what you're saying?
No, if you take the acrobatics check to move through like enemy spaces, it
Oh,
would
I
allow
see,
you to
I
get
see.
through.
Uh,
Sort of like movement access blocking
Yeah.
rules. Yeah. Also, another one of those things that's has a much simpler rule in second edition that I appreciate.
just out of curiosity,
Go on.
Go.
is it wearing metal armor?
Yes.
Okay.
You've been wanting to do this
All game.
for so long.
So I actually want to talk through a little bit. You want to know a little bit of D&D pedantic actually history?
Actually, it's the metal it's made of is carbonite, which is not qualified as a metal, so.
So it's wearing studded leather armor. So that means there is metal present on it. But part of what I want to bring up is something I found out on the internet through a whole show about pedantic correctness. There is no such thing in real life as studded leather armor. As a matter of fact, the process of like putting metal studs in armor would actually make it hurt you even more. The general agreement is that somewhere along the lines, Gary Gygax misinterpreted the visual representation of brigandine armor, which is leather armor with plates of metal beneath it that have like metal bolts, or what's it called? Like when you can like affix leather and metal together with like a rivet. Like
A rivet.
Basically, brigandine is metal plates underneath leather that has rivets through to hold it to it, which would make the leather look like it's studded. Not a real thing. If you just took like a leather biker jacket and put little metal
Yeah,
studs all over it, it just means that when you get hit, there are points of metal jutting into you.
That's called bedazzling.
Yeah. And so it's most people think that it's probably just a misinterpretation of looking at brigandine armor, which is also in, I think, 3rd edition D&D. But anyway, studded leather exists in this game, and it does have metal components in
So
it.
that would count?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
What do you got going on
So
over
I'm trying
there?
to, I target their armor then? Is that just like a...
You target them because they're wearing their armor,
Doesn't
yeah.
actually... Oh, wait. There we go.
I thought you targeted it like an object.
Targets one metal item or metal creature.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I target their armor.
Yeah. They're also holding metal in their hands, but the armor would be a lot more dangerous because you can't quickly get armor off. You can just drop it like it's hot on the weapon.
I don't know if you guys kind of have already gathered this, but I cast heat metal
Uh-huh. Go
What?
on its armor.
Sure.
I don't see a save here, so I think it just happens.
Read through the spell for me, because I also need to know what it does.
Oh, if you target an item worn or carried by a creature, the
Then-
heat deals 4d6 fire and 2d4 persistent fire to the creature, which must attempt a reflex saving throw. There it is.
Got it. All right. So what's that DC for my reflex saving throw?
I'm guessing it is 37.
Yeah, it's your DC, whatever that is. I don't know.
In Hero Lab, it should have a parentheses next to it.
Actually, doesn't on this one, but it should be that.
Lame.
Okay.
That's what it is on everything else.
So this is going to come out to 43. So it'll take half damage.
Damn it.
How long? What's the duration?
It also takes no persistent fire damage.
Sure. What's the duration on this spell? Because I imagine it's not just instantaneous. It could be, though.
It might be.
Well, you look into that. Right now, it'll take half damage.
Because there's just persistent fire damage associated with it, which is
Oh.
probably the like
Sure.
duration.
Okay. Well, you can look into it.
Yeah. So it is.
So you quickly heat up the studs of metal and its impractical armor. And
Looks
we'll roll
sweet,
for some. Yeah, it really does. I remember the 3rd edition D&D illustrations of studded leather armor looked like biker leathers with just
Cool.
like metal bedazzles in it, basically.
Maybe Gygax was like George Lucas and like he has a hard on for fancy cars, so they put those in Star Wars. Whereas he's like, I like biker leather.
In my mind, it's biker leather.
Honestly, if we
Can't
make
call it
merch,
biker
we
leather,
should
Gary.
make biker leather jackets with like live to die in them and little studs.
The full damage
in.
is 15, so it would be 7 damage.
With the number being that low, I have to imagine the spell has a duration, but I don't know. How much you said? 15 halved? So that's going to
So
be
7.
7. All right.
You could probably find the answer on the internet, but
We can look into that later.
On success, the creature takes half damage and the object deals no persistent fire damage.
But there's no duration at the top of the
There's
spell.
not a duration listed.
Weird. You know, I might Archives of Nethys that when it's not your turn, just to double check.
we're on it.
Oh,
I mean, that was a step into
I got a
action
guy.
spell cast, so that's his.
sure. All right. It's now this big creature's turn. And it is going to take a 5-foot step back from the group.
Uh-huh.
And so that
So
doesn't
I
provoke.
can't 5 foot.
Exactly. Step. And it then runs away.
No.
Full turn tails
What
and
a coward.
runs. So it'll move 50 feet just directly away. No. Let's go ahead and actually
Oh, I get stuck
I'm
on the
about
door.
This
do some
giant
wild
nasty
shit.
monster just ran
Just
away.
flees through town.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
Like
not.
through the farmer's market?
Mhm.
Mommy, it hurt me.
It'll take that 5-foot step away and actually it'll cast a spell.
Oh.
The monster?
Yeah.
It didn't run?
5-foot step and then a spell. It's not going to run.
I wanted it to run. It's such a cool.
There doesn't appear to be any duration on heat metal. I think you were right. The persistent would be the duration.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Technically.
All right. So here's the deal. It's going to take that away and it's going to disappear.
Sorry.
All right.
That's also what that freaking mask did.
Yeah.
It just disappeared.
Yeah, it did. Well, the mask you would have recognized later. The mask teleported. It dimension doored. This thing just seems to, like, it's just, you can't see it. You can't see, it just disappears from your senses. That's its turn. Valentine, your turn.
All right.
You've got,
Valentine is going to devise a stratagem against the Grey Gardener close to Watson and Fox that she stabbed last time.
Yep. Do you want to do another recall on it?
Yes, please. Plus 29 to that society check.
What 2 things do you want to know?
2 things I want to
Yeah, what do you
know.
want to know?
Hell yeah. I would like to
Who's
know.
your daddy and what does he do?
What does your father do for a living?
He was a hamster.
Oh.
His mother smelt of elderberries.
I would like to know what level of Grey Gardener this guy is.
Like-
if there's any way to tell.
I mean, it's a CR 14 creature, like a challenge rating 14. So it has 14 hit dice, essentially.
Okay, how many hit points does it have left?
Does this one have left?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you're asking for math. That one has... It's got about 100... And...
You asked for how much is left?
Yes. How much is left?
Oh, no, wait. Wait.
This
Okay.
dude has like
Go on and keep doing your things. I'm going to do some math in the
180
background.
damage on him.
Doesn't have 180 yet. Thank you very much.
I
I
did
did at least
50
100.
points of damage on it.
It has more than 100, but not 150.
I did a lot of damage to that dude. And
I know.
I did too.
Man,
Okay,
He's
so it's
healing.
that. Yeah, it has... God, it has like 130 and change hit points.
Piece of shit.
130 and change left.
Yeah.
Okay, Val,
Did
is
it look like the damage we were dealing was getting through?
Yeah, these things have a ton of
Alright.
hit points.
the hell?
it healing
Beefy.
itself?
Mm.
Val is going to yell, these things are fucking sturdy. We got to go.
What was
And-
your what's your die result?
Roll that.
I'm sorry,
Ooh,
I couldn't hear that.
just about to roll that. Val is not going to use that.
What is it?
Natural 7.
Oh, okay.
Not going to try to hit this guy. Instead, so let's see, that was all one action.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to Drifter's Juke.
Yeah.
And she's going to move up to the other one
Oh,
behind.
because you can
Fox?
do your whole thing where if you shoot and you then strike it with your sword can reload your pistol for free. Shit,
Yes.
like
Mhm.
there.
So I want to go right up to it, strike it with my dagger as a melee blow, which allows me to, using reloading strike, also reload my pistol.
Your pistol's
Oh,
already
my
reloaded
pistol's
from
already
last
loaded.
turn, so you
Okay,
could
cool.
shoot it and then stab it to reload your pistol again.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to shoot it so I won't move up that close. Going to shoot that guy.
Okay. So roll this to hit.
That's the second time you've moved up and been like, I'm not gonna do that.
Poison and all that.
It's scary up there.
That's a 40 to hit.
That's a hit. So go ahead and
Sweet.
roll your pistol damage.
Pistol damage. Pistol damage is 18 points of damage.
All right.
So then I'm going to move up to the other guy
Mm-hmm.
and then stab.
Now this will be the result of that attack of your pre-roll.
Oh, if I hit this guy no matter what, it's
The-
always... I
the
thought it was
fir-
just on the first one.
The first attack against that creature will always use it.
Okay, that's fine. That's going to... Because with stabbing, that's going to be a 37 to hit.
That's still a hit.
Okay.
And you'll reload your pistol as a part
And I
of
will
that.
reload a pistol as part of that action.
That's cool.
He's flat-footed from flanking.
Not to her.
Not to her.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she takes party. For
No.
the viewers at home, there's a person to the north and south.
And she's
Watson
at the west.
and Dro, and she's to the west.
Okay, so since that
The
is the
west.
strategic strike,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that
going to
is.
be 34 points of damage with the dagger.
Jesus.
And then, and my
Right.
gun is now reloaded, and I'm going to move away to finish off the Drifter's Jerk. And that's the end.
Is it... Can you mix it up in that order? Or does it have to be move, attack, move, attack? Or can it be... Because you attack...
Move, attack, move, attack, move.
That's too many. You just said 5 things. I think it's 4 things for 2 actions.
So I can't move.
You could move... what does the ability say? Because I can never remember the
Step,
exact
make
order.
a strike, step, make another strike.
So you
Okay,
could
so I
move at
can't
the
move
end.
away.
Mm-hmm.
Is it step or stride?
Step.
Oh, it is explicitly step?
Is that a different thing?
Yes. Step
Five
is
Within
5
feet.
range
feet.
to do what
Yeah.
you were doing. You're still in step.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay, that's your whole turn. You get to mess some stuff up. And Drosharis.
This gentleman who decided to disappear,
Mm-hmm.
I have blind fight, which means I need to make a DC 5 flat check to target.
Ooh.
Sure.
Sick.
Before I take my 5-foot step that direction, can I do that? Or do you want me to take the 5 foot and then do it?
So here's the deal. You don't know where or what this creature is. It is undetected. So it's not hidden. It is undetected.
You
have-
don't need a success or flat check to target concealed. You're not flat-footed to hidden creatures. And you only need a DC 5 to target hidden.
So this isn't hidden. This is completely undetected.
While you're adjacent to an undetected creature of your level or lower, it is only hidden from you.
It did take a step
Oh,
away.
shit. Oh, it did take a step away.
I'll take a 5-foot step this way.
So it is hidden.
Ooh.
And what I'll say, this is a unique thing. So the
Yes.
spell it casts it's not invisibility. It's disappearance. It's. And is anyone here familiar with the old like pulp hero, the Shadow?
No.
Oh, it's a real. Never mind. So instead of making itself invisible to make light bend around it, this is technically an illusion spell that removes its perception of it from smell, hearing, or seeing.
That's cool.
And so, like in this case, you just subtly notice like the movement of dust on the ground where its feet had displaced, and it counts as hidden to you instead of undetected. That's a huge ability.
Badass.
Shit, yeah.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
Grab it.
All right.
Failed.
Failed. What'd you roll?
A 3.
Oh, so you just
Ah.
barely missed its
Yeah.
body. You can try again.
Yeah, I'm going to try again.
But now you do get multiple attack penalties on your grabs.
Why are
So
you biting the air?
old man biting from under a veil. What do you got? What do you got? What's that?
Fail.
Oh, another fail.
Oh.
Oh,
Damn.
it's rough. That's your whole turn. It's the assassin's turn. We've got the assassin over there next to all of you. Valentine, I think after you're like that. I have to mention, like, that's a super cool thing to see. You like step, shoot, step, stab, and as a part of the stab, reload. It's looking at you like, oh shit. So it's going to use its create opening to make you flat-footed. Then it's going to strike out at you.
What does flat-footed do to me?
-2 to your AC. Just completely rolled off the table. All right, so that's going to be a 40 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of damage to you. So that's going to be 17 points of damage normal, and then sneak attack damage. Well, it's not a great roll. That's 5. That's 8. That's better. That's going to be 16 points of sneak attack damage, and then give me a fortitude saving throw. All right.
Oh, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, what'd you get?
It's a 42 on the
Oh,
fortitude.
yeah, you're ridiculously fine. It's going to follow up with another attack on you against your flat-footed AC. Oh, that's actually a pretty good roll, given that it's got a pretty big penalty on this to hit. So that's going to be, that'll pop up to 39 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so same dance we're going to go through. That's 13 points of normal, 13 points of damage. And then its sneak attack is going to be 16, 18, 23 points of sneak attack damage.
Okay.
And that's its whole turn.
Rude.
Just kind of snarls at you.
Hmm.
You vain, you foolish to stand. Oh, wait, sorry, French. You are making a mistake to stand against us. Get out of our way. Stop helping this woman. It's the other assassin's turn. It's over there near Drosharis now. It's going to spend an action to make you flat-footed. And this is the one that has a -1 on the attack, as Jane keeps reminding me. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's flat-foot, natural 1. God.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Also, with a -1, it is a 0.
That's, yeah.
I think that means it automatically dies.
It
Oh, no.
It just
Ah,
dies.
sucks, man.
Man.
Sorry.
All right. So here we go. This is a melee attack. Broken Haft. Your weapon's current hit points are reduced to its broken threshold. So it is an unusable weapon now.
That is adorable.
It literally attacks you and breaks its weapon on your armor.
Hell
Wait,
yeah.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
It's magical.
Is it
Let me
studded
check.
leather as well?
Chainmail. I have
Okay.
chainmail.
So it breaks its kukri on your chainmail. Shit.
Dro is just like, heh heh.
So it'll now
That was
take
very cute.
a 5-foot step back. That's its whole turn.
Did your grandmother give you that blade?
That makes me
Yes,
sad.
this was for my birthday.
Oh no, I'm really sad. It was your birthday
I mean,
blade.
look, he can always just run.
All right, Fox, it's your turn.
All right, stepping up. And attacking Broken Blade. No, I'll attack the other one. It's got a Broken Blade. What's it going to do?
Yeah, while you're working through that, I'm just going to give a shout out back to Jane to say thanks for talking through all those ridiculous gunslinger abilities because I couldn't remember what they do.
Fine, it's so confusing.
All right.
44.
Yeah, that's a hit.
All right.
And as a matter of fact, you are flanking it, but that doesn't make... Wait, 44?
Yeah.
Because you are flanking on an angle back there with Watson, that's a crit.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
And that
Now
was
my
much
math has
rejoicing.
completely changed.
That's fine. You can just roll damage per normal and double the total. You don't have to roll it all out if you don't want to. I'm okay with you doing either method.
Okay. Well, that's...
That's more math, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
we're doing multiplication.
64.
60. Jesus. Okay, that's a lot of damage. So we'll put that on there. Carry the 2. It's not looking good. What are you doing now?
Anything different? No, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to get after him. No, that's a 28.
Ah, that's a miss. I appreciate you reading it out, though. So that's a full turn because you moved attack.
Yep.
Watson, it's your turn. You are flanking this thing with Fox.
I am. He's going to spend an action to use overwhelming energy.
God, we're going so long on this episode, but I really want to finish this
okay.
fight.
Oh, yeah.
We're going long.
We're going long.
The spell ignores 16 points of the target's resistance to acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic.
So far, these things haven't seemed to have resistance, but I appreciate that.
Fair enough. Just in case.
Yep.
Let's go with shocking grasp.
Oh, okay.
The target is wearing metal armor. Yes.
Yes, as established.
So there is a let's see, +1 to the attack roll.
Yep. And it's flanked, so its AC is lower. I have its AC set up.
It's not a great roll.
But you are flanking. What do you got going on here, Trenton?
That is a 33, 34.
Mm-hmm.
That hits because of flanking.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
It's like 33. Oh, 34. That's the line. Yes, AC 36. So that's literally exactly on because of that. Because of the small metal studs with leather armor.
Because of the bedazzlement.
Bedazzled biker's leathers.
It is a simple 1d4. However,
is this a cantrip?
No, it's just a level 1 spell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, wait. Just kidding. That's a 2d12.
Oh.
That's significantly higher.
Yeah.
But it does take 1d4 persistent
All right, I'll put that on
electricity damage.
there. That doesn't happen immediately. That's over time.
Fair enough.
All right. Okay, so it's going to be 2d12 plus anything? Doesn't matter.
No, simply the 2d12.
All right, what do
It
you
is
got for
14 damage.
That's pretty good.
Plus 1d4 persistent electricity.
This thing is not looking great. All right, is that your whole turn, Watson?
It is.
Because you spent the action to meta magic it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, invisible disappeared thing's turn is now it's just gonna hightail and run. Gets out of
Would
there.
I be able to take an attack of opportunity with a DC 5 flat check?
Yeah, I feel like I actually don't know the ruling, so I'm gonna allow it for now.
I like it.
I might regret that in a second, but let's see.
That's a 14 for the flat check
Okay, so that's a hit.
and it's 11.
What's that total gonna be as this giant creature runs away?
Yeah, 38.
That is going to be a hit.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's a hit, actually, dead on.
24.
Okay. It doesn't suddenly appear dead. You can still, you don't hear the sound of it running away because it's disappeared, but it's gone. Okay. So that means it's Valentine's turn.
Okay. So my gun is reloaded.
Yep.
Right up next to this guy who's talking shit.
And on your gunslinger's thing again, does it specify you have the order in which you shoot or stab, or can you flip that? Because I already forgot again. We may have messed that up too. I cannot. It's such a complicated ability. What does it say?
Step, make a strike. Step, make another strike.
Okay,
Click on it,
perfect.
though, just to be sure. It may say, like, you can interchange
One
these.
strike must be with a firearm or crossbow. Like one has to be a range and one has to be a melee.
Perfect. Oh, so you can do it in either order that you want. That makes sense.
It appears so, as long as one is ranged and one is melee. One
Yeah.
strike is ranged and one strike is
You can also choose not to take the steps.
Cool.
right.
They're not compulsory.
Right.
Step to the left.
Yeah.
Shoot to the right.
Shoot to the right.
Reload now.
Okay. I am going to devise a stratagem against this
Go
guy.
on. Mm-hmm.
Roll knowledge.
Which one are you devising against? The close one or the far one?
The close one.
Cool. It's the one right you're all stuck in. Just for the listeners, like it's sort of a small mosh pit around this one assassin.
Yeah. Yeah, the other guy is really getting left out of this, but
The one who has a broken kukri.
I'll just stand back here and cry.
yeah.
That's not like
So
grandmother gave me this.
I'm going to devise a stratagem against this guy. Roll the knowledge. It's a plus 29.
You'll get one piece of information.
My piece of information that I would like to know.
Who does number 2 work for?
Is that your attack roll?
Yeah, it is. I already have it. I got too excited about what I rolled on this to think about what I wanted to ask you.
God. Yeah, I can see it from over here. It's a really high number.
It is.
Don't forget you have a bullshit crit option with your pistol as well.
I know.
It's bullshit,
God.
man.
A
That's pretty good. I
bullshit
think it's pretty
crit
cool.
option.
Gunslingers.
Yeah, you know.
I shouldn't be like offering you on this. Like, don't forget you have this ability to help kill me faster.
Is your gun keen?
My
too?
gun is not keened, so this
No.
is just a crit on
Oh.
my. Anyway, I would like
But
to
you
know
may-
how many hit points it has left.
Well, what I'll say is it's not a free crit, but like with a roll that high, it's probably gonna be a
Probably.
crit against it. So that's the fun risk for you. Of like, actually, I did already tell you exactly what its AC is. Its AC
38.
is 36.
Oh,
This
36.
one.
Okay.
So you
And
can
if I
do
get
math.
10 higher on
Yeah, if
to
you hit
hit,
46, it's a crit.
okay.
So we're like, the investigator is interesting. Is if you could just like math crunch, you can
Yeah.
pick how you want hits to land.
Which is clearly our strong suit, Matt.
Yeah, obviously that's why I chose this class.
So this creature's hit points remaining is 28.
Okay, 28 hit points remaining. So, looking at this guy who is saying I'm a fool for trying to help this woman, I
Sure.
am going to say, buddy, I'm going to fuck your day up.
You are going to. You're going to blow his fucking head off. Is what you're going to do.
yeah, because surprise, surprise, I rolled a 19,
Yeah.
and I am going to use that to shoot him in the face
With the pistol.
with a pistol
Which
with my critical strategic strike. Because that is a crit, I imagine, a 48 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what pistols have, is it deadly, which adds
It's-
a die of a D10 and
Yeah,
converts
D10.
all of the dice to D10s except
Yep.
for your sneak attack damage.
Yes. So that is 7d10
Yeah.
plus 8d6 for
Yeah.
a total of 84 damage.
So you want to describe that visually?
Yeah, so I get up like close to this guy after my last turn and he goes, "Get out of our way, you're a fool for helping us," or whatever stupid stuff he's saying. And I just say, "Buddy, I'm going to fuck your day up," and shoot him in the face and then like throw him to the ground and then turn around because I'm still in the middle of my drifter's juke.
Yep.
Take a step over to this guy and throw my dagger at him.
All right. So that's not a melee strike, so you won't get the free reload.
Oh, yeah.
But you can still chuck your dagger at that poor sap.
Actually, I do have to go all the way over to him to make the strike for drifter's juke because it has to be a melee strike.
Ah, okay.
so I
you
will
can't
go
make
all
it.
the way up to him.
Well, no, because a step is just 5 feet.
Just 5 feet.
So
Okay,
you just get
fine.
closer and you can't attack, but it was a good setup.
But I will attack him next round.
Nice. God.
Actually, I like to think that because I was stabbing that guy earlier, he didn't know I have a gun. So he's like, "You're a fool," because I stabbed him. And then I just come out and grab him and just shoot him in the face.
Like, that is some that is some Pulp Fiction action. Just happening in this room.
It's like the guy in the bathroom in Pulp Fiction. Just you paint the wall. All right, Dro, it's your turn. You got one Grey Gardener left up against the wall over there.
I'm going to try to intimidate him
Okay, you gonna go?
just for fun.
Sure. Just for funsies.
Crack
With his
die.
broken blade.
37.
Against its will DC, that's a success. So it's frightened 1,
Okay.
which is like a -1 on everything. So you step up to this poor sap,
And then
broken
I'm,
weapon.
Swing at him.
Okay.
Mm,
What's that to hit?
40.
Jeez. It's probably not a very high roll for you, is it?
That's a 13.
That's pretty good. Not
It's
a crit,
second
though.
attack. you know,
Oh.
so
Why is it a second attack?
I don't know. Did I not do another attack?
No.
All right. Well, then it's 42.
Wait, how is it only 2 higher?
Oh, I rolled a 13. That's right. So it's going to be 44.
44. Oh, you just barely miss a crit.
Okay.
But you do hit it for sure.
So that was my first. So step, swing,
So intimidate, step, swing. That's your whole
intimidate,
turn.
step, swing.
But intimidate does not count against multiple attack penalty.
That's correct.
This guy is very dead. Just going to pull him off. Technically, he does have persistent damage from what you did, Trent.
Dude's just like
Jerkingly
Shocking a little bit.
in the rock where that guy's foot's moving, and Nicolas Cage is like, "Can we make that stop?"
All right, so this thing has a broken kukri. Oh God. I think it's going to take. I mean, I have to take so many step actions to get away, but it's going to do it. So it'll take a step action diagonally to there, and then a step action back to there, and then run. So that's 25 feet, 5 spaces, and it can't diagonal around the corner. So it runs out the door into the street, just like darting away.
Oh no.
Which would be a pretty weird sight for anyone in the trend to see a
Yeah,
gray gardener running.
Let's kill a gray gardener in public, guys.
Hey, Fox, it's your
Seems
turn.
like a great idea.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm chasing that fool at the door. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I got to take 2 move actions to
Just
get up
chasing this thing down. Do
there.
you
Get
want
me
to be
right up on him.
directly next to it? Oh, so you can AOO as he runs away.
Yep.
All right.
Precisely. And we will attack. That is a 43.
This thing is still, okay, frightened degrades at the end of its turn, so it's not frightened anymore, but a 43 is definitely a hit.
Okay, that is
Rolling some damage on this thing, though.
26.
26 points of damage. It's not looking good. I want to talk for a second, because we'll have this up. If you kind of look into our social media accounts, we have some art of the different characters. And your character honestly has like some of the art we got commissioned, has some serious main character vibes.
Yeah.
And so I can just see that cloak just billowing out in the wind behind you as you're rushing. Like, you are a powerfully built character. That's like you are, like you're describing, like super athletic, right?
Yeah.
So you're just, because wait, how tall is your character too?
Yeah, like 6'4".
Yeah, so you are huge and just chasing this person down, polearm out, and just bringing it down on its back for all the public to see you just openly.
Are there like people out there? Can we talk about that? Like, are there people on the street? What's going on?
You can't see out in the street right now, but if there are people, they're watching this man publicly attacking a gray gardener.
And I think he would say, "Behold, your gray gardeners.
Oh
What a
God.
farce."
Oh, shit. Watson, it's your turn.
This is going to make this party so awkward.
The dynamic of the situation.
I can't see out into the street here.
You just have like a small window. Like if you look at your angle, you'll have a glimpse into the street.
Say if I were to cast something out here, would I be able to?
Sure.
Watson casts his hand across in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
and a wall of wind.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
God.
60 feet long in front of him appears. It is difficult terrain.
So you put a whole wall of wind up in front of this creature.
Nice.
I imagine there's also a little bit of visual obscurity, so they just see this eagle knight sprint out into the street, cloak flapping, especially with the wind now whipping around you, and your polearm has like a sort of tassel, a ribbon
Yeah,
on it
yeah,
too.
like some sort of bandana or something
I like
that.
to imagine that the same dude that was walking past the farmers union earlier, just like walking down, it's like, God,
What's
what
going
is
on
going
today?
on today? I am having the weirdest day.
I do think the
I'm
wind
moving
is
back to the
probably
Midwest. This is tough.
making your cape like flap even
Yeah.
more violently.
He's got long hair too. It's like probably like just blowing.
Everyone's watching. It's the only sound now is the cape flapping.
Well, there's just this roar of wind. So that means sort of like in the games, there's 6 seconds of visibility. The public sees it before this wall of wind just starts obscuring it. Because I imagine it's like not that they can't see, but it's hard to pick out details. So there's 6 seconds of you publicly seen striking and speaking against the Grey
I'm
Gardeners.
glad I didn't have like a long speech.
And this is the... Yeah, all right, Valentine, it's your turn.
Okay,
How far away is that thing? 5, 10, 15, 20?
for no reason at all.
45 or 50, I think.
What does quickened do?
Oh, shit.
Mm.
What is
Asking
this?
for a friend.
What's this on?
Well, tell me what quickened does, and I'll tell you.
I can't perfectly remember, but I believe it gives you the effects of haste.
Which means I can move double.
No, that's for
Get you an extra action.
Yeah, haste gives you an additional action that must be used to either move or attack.
Stride or
Sick. So, Valentine is a very well-dressed lady. I would just like to establish that right now.
Oh, God.
She's got, like, really nice clothes, a really dope cloak, and some shiny boots.
Oh,
and
yeah.
as this guy
Tell me
runs
about these
away,
shiny boots.
she clicks together the heels of her shiny boots, and she takes off running, so she is going to run all the way up to him with her boots of speed.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is now
those are
quickened
cool.
for 1 minute. So that means that she can take, and it says I can take an extra stride, climb, swim,
Oh, okay, that's what it means.
or, well, that's like in addition to quickened. I can
Are you
use an
sure?
extra action to stride, climb, or swim. I must still attempt an athletics check for climb or swim.
I'll have to check because
You
that
gain
might.
an action.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's basically it's like partial haste. It's not full haste, but you gain an extra action that you can stride with. And
extra movement.
Extra movement.
what is your
basically.
movement speed as
My
well?
movement speed is 30 feet.
Nice.
Yeah, because it also just in general, all the time, those boots give me an extra +5 of movement.
Oh, that's super
So-
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you haul.
And when I
up there as a
activate them
free
by
action.
clicking the heels together, I get that extra action too.
So now you're
run.
up. You catch all the way up, and you
Yes.
still have 3 actions left.
Still have 3 actions left.
Is it like a click of the heels, or is it like a click of the heels?
Like a jump up.
Obviously, it's a jump and click,
Yeah,
okay?
like a leprechaun would do.
Clearly, the click happens midair.
Some
Or it
river,
doesn't
some
work.
river dance stuff.
Hooray!
Yeah, I didn't really think about what I was going to do when I got up here then. Okay, now that I can see out, do I see people around?
So there are some people in the streets around. I think there's probably you see about a handful of people in the street around here.
A handful of people.
That wall of wind is now granting some visual obfuscation.
I will say that the spell does say, though it does distort the air, it does not hamper sight.
Yeah, so
but it could be kicking up dust that does.
Yeah.
So like, in my mind, like they can clearly see there is a woman, there's a like purple-skinned, like tiefling there, and this person, but like specific facial features would be hard to make out.
Yeah.
What if I just say to Fox, like, let's drag him back inside?
You certainly could. You got 3 actions left. What do you want to do? Not looking healthy.
Not looking healthy. Okay, I would like to just devise a stratagem.
Sure. Go ahead and roll that society check for you if you assess the situation. You'll get 1 piece of information about him.
Okay. Can I get 1 piece of information?
Yep.
How many hit points does he have left?
You're rocking 44.
44 hit points left.
Yeah. You have 2 actions left.
Yeah, is that grapple? Like if I want to just try to drag him back inside to where
So-
people can't see us? Grapple
So-
check?
That's going to be really difficult. So push is what allows you to move an enemy, and that's basically success is 5 feet. So even with 2 successes, you could move it 10 feet. You can't, once you've grabbed someone, you cannot necessarily intrinsically drag them. That's a different athletics check
But
to
can you
shove
keep them from moving?
Yes, someone who is grabbed
Yeah.
will not, what's it called? They will not be able to move away unless they break the grab, which they can do with actions on their turn.
Okay, so since I devised a stratagem, okay, I rolled that. All right, I think I'm going to, so I have 2 actions left.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to try to like grab and hold this guy.
Now, you have a weapon in each hand, so you would have to drop one of your weapons to the ground.
Drop your returning dagger,
And it'll just come back.
and then you can just have it come back when you're ready. Because you only need 1 hand to grab.
Yeah.
Or is that because I have a feet?
No, you only need one hand to grab.
That's right.
I will drop the, I can't remember if I reloaded the gun last time or
You
not.
did.
Okay, I am going to drop the dagger.
Oh, no, you did not
I did
reload
not
the gun.
reload
That's
it.
true.
I'm going to drop the gun.
Okay,
And I'm going to grab this guy so he can't go anywhere else or attempt to.
so give me an athletics check.
An athletics check.
Da-da-da.
Where's athletics?
It's under skills.
Yes. Do I have to use my stratagem roll for that? Is this technically my attack?
What does stratagem say? Does it say a strike?
So many rules.
Yeah.
Yes,
Way
it says
less.
strike. Or yes,
Striking
so many
them
rolls.
striking them this round with agile or finesse weapons uses this roll.
So this is not explicitly a weapon, so it will not use that roll.
Okay, so I'll use a different roll, but I'll remember what that roll was. It was a 12.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 35 to hold this guy.
Sure. So that is going to be a success. You do grapple him.
Okay.
Grab him with one hand.
Grapple
grab
him.
the clothes.
And then I'm also, so my stratagem roll against him was a 12.
Yes.
So I'm going to use that to try to stab him in the back while I grab him.
All right, so you grab him. Now, here's the thing. This is your second attack, so it will have a -4 penalty
Yeah.
because of the dagger. It's agile, so it's -4, not -5.
Yeah.
So just
So
12.
it's a 38 to stab him in the back.
That hits.
Okay. Excellent.
God.
There's so much going on right now. This is the most stressed I've ever been.
This is a super interesting like look though.
Yeah.
If people can see this and just see him like grabbed and then stabbed.
Well, that's why she was going for the back, because hopefully it could just be like she's grabbing him and also like sliding that dagger in, so maybe it's not super obvious.
Let's talk about facing in Pathfinder.
17 points of damage to this guy, and as a last little...
Oh, wait, only 17?
Well, it's just the dagger, or I guess that was the stratagem.
Yeah, so you
it
get
was
your precision
strategic
damage.
strike. Okay. Just kidding. Roll back the tape. That's 24 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. Well,
And as like a free action, she's just going to say to Fox, we have to get this guy back inside.
all right. So it is now Drosharis' turn.
I don't know how many people are going to like this in the party,
Okay.
but I'm going to cast Obscuring Mist.
Oh, so
120 feet of mist surrounding. I'm going to center it on the group of people.
okay, and that just conceals, correct?
It conceals.
Got that. So that's 2 actions? 1,
3.
3. All right. So, what's
I'm
is it?
done.
Does it just look like normal mist? Is it darker, inky? Is it
You
bright
know what?
red?
Yeah, it's going to look kind of blackish, greenish color.
Ooh, blackish
weirdly
green.
just starts
Yeah.
emanating out there. Fox, it's your turn.
Like an army green, like that
Yeah,
kind of muddy green. Yeah.
that olive drab.
Okay. How to get this guy inside?
Because I've already got him
I'm sorry,
grabbed.
it's a 20-foot burst to range 120
I don't know
feet.
Yeah.
what I
So-
can do though from there.
Grab him and drag him back in.
Kill him.
Can we drag him together?
Yeah.
Like, is there some...
Drag his dead body
Because
in.
Right.
I realize that, like, rules-wise,
Uh-huh.
this might be complicated, but
Sure.
like in real life, if you and another person are chasing someone down and you both grab them and drag them back, like that should be doable.
It is. So these are 6-second increments. So 3 successful checks in 6 seconds, you could drag someone who's fighting with their life 15 feet.
Which is inside.
That's all we need.
But that would be...
But he's way easier to drag when he's unconscious.
When he's dead.
And now no one can see you brutally murder
That's
this guy.
true. So we should just bash him.
Does a 37 hit?
That'll hit, but you have to make a DC 5 flat check through concealment. What's that going to be? Oh, turn it in the hero patch.
Turn
Does
in
it
the
help that I
patch.
have the guy grappled?
His AC is lower,
I
yeah.
rolled a 6.
Nice, that's a
Yeah.
hit.
Okay. Damage. I
Dead.
believe he has, what, 20 hit points left?
Yes, exactly.
I was mathing it out.
Yeah.
I do more than that. I do 27.
So talk me through this scene.
She's like, let's get him inside. And I think he like looks at the Grey Gardener and
Sees all the mist.
yeah, the mist starts coming up. And I think he just, he detests these Grey Gardeners. And I think he considers for a moment, like going to bludgeon them
Mm-hmm.
and instead just sticks him right through the side,
Mhm.
like right under the ribs, just kind of
Like
skewers
Jesus.
it, kind of slow, even just like pushing it in
Uh-huh.
until he's lifeless. Then he says, "You can bring him inside now."
And Belle's like, oh, okay, but I still need you to help me.
Still heavy.
And
He
so
walks
really
away.
fucking heavy.
you drag him back inside. You shut the remnants of the door behind you. And you start to hear people outside. You can hear the murmur of voices. And what they say. We'll get to that next episode.
No. We're going to have to track all these people down.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.